Hi guys, today I'm going to show you how to make this delicious seasoning powder that I made with turkey. It's easy to make and so great to flavor up all your recipes. So sit back, relax, and stay tuned. Alright, so in my last video, I had shown you how to make turkey broth. And I had hinted that I'm going to use that turkey to make something really interesting. Well, this is it. I'm using the turkey to make turkey seasoning powder. You can also apply this to other proteins like meat, fish, goat meat, what have you. We start off by cutting off the meat from the turkey because this one has bones, y'all. The goal is to cut the turkey into really fine, thin, tiny pieces, because what we're going to do is dehydrate the turkey and use that to make the seasoning powder that we can then use to season our soups, anything you're making. It's a really versatile seasoning powder. So here I'm now chopping it finely, thinly, getting ready to dehydrate the turkey. I do not have a dehydrator, but that is not a barrier to making this. I'm using my oven on its lowest setting, which for me is 170 degrees Fahrenheit, and I just left it there pretty much all day and got back to it at night. Alright, so line your pan with parchment paper. Did you guys know that there is unbleached parchment paper and bleached parchment paper? So this parchment paper I'm using is unbleached. That's why it is not like white in color, it's darker in color, and it's supposed to be chemical free. So it's supposed to be a better, safer, more natural option. FYI. So yeah, I'm just spreading out the turkey on the pan, making sure that it's well laid, separated, so it can dry properly and it's not overcrowded. And after that, it's time to put it in the oven. And as I said, it's 170 degrees. I left it there all day. As you can see, I even changed my clothes because I had gone to the gym earlier in the day, so I changed regular clothes at this point. So now that we have dehydrated the turkey or whatever meat you may be using, right? Because you may not be using turkey. I'm going to put that aside and get ready to grind it up to make our seasoning powder. So in order to pulverize, like grind up the dry turkey meat or whatever meat you're using, you will need to use something that grinds really well. For me, I'm using a coffee grinder. I know some people have more fancy grinders that's like meat grinders, like spice grinders. But basically, you want to use a grinder that is really powerful and is able to grind things that are really hard, right? So for me, I'm using this coffee grinder over here. It was relatively cheap and it works for me. So it's time to grind the meat and get our powder. Okay, so let's go. For me, I had to grind this a couple of times to get it really fine. But yeah, just take a look at it as you grind it to make sure that it is of the right consistency that you need, that powder consistency. And this is where using a more fancy grinder would come in handy, right? Because you probably just put it through that grinder one time and it comes out perfect. But my tiny coffee grinder over here, I had to grind it like 2-3 times before I got my desired consistency. And there you go, first batch down, and now I'm just gonna do the rest. Last batch. Okay, our turkey seasoning powder is all done. So what a versatile recipe, right? We were able to get turkey broth and we were able to get seasoning powder. It's really important to season this turkey really well, like I showed you in my other video, which I will link in the description box below, because you want this seasoning powder to be super flavorful. Look at that. So good. And this typically lasts me a good amount of time, but obviously you can scale it up to make more for you as you need. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Till the next one. Bye.